Welcome back to Cartoon Corner, everybody. This week, it's a request review. Glorious. So, this time I'm answering a request from a guy on YouTube that I know, who's been with me since the beginning, and has contributed a lot to my show. And he is Alligatory. As I said, Alligatory has become a frequent contributor to my show, giving me some great request ideas, and even a joke to use in an episode or two. Yes, I am really honored to admit Alligatory, and it's really nice all the comments that he left on my video. So, I answered one of his requests. And what, pray tell, has he requested me to do? A shitty Charlie Brown cartoon, known as It's the Girl in the Red Truck Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown cartoons. A series of cartoons with very little funding, but always had a lot of heart. Until this movie came along where Charles Schulz, creator of the Peanut, replaced the actual character that made his specials so memorable and filled it with gimmicky effects and horrible writing. Any space left over filled with boring random crap that lessens any memorable experience you may try to get from this. Oh joy. Well, let's not waste any time. Unlike this movie, we have a point to get to. So, let's start off. It's the Girl in the Red Truck, Charlie Brown. The movie starts off with Snoopy receiving a letter from Spike, his brother.
You got another letter from your brother, Spike, in the desert. Dear Snoopy, life here in the desert is about the same. Sometimes in the morning, before it gets too hot, I go for...
And trust me, this whole little scene is infinitely more interesting than this entire movie. Anyway, we move into the live action portion of this movie. Hey, doesn't this remind you of anything? Any famous movies pop to mind? Oh, I don't know. Saving Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah, this movie is just a complete desperate attempt to jump on the bandwagon of animation meets reality movies such as Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Cool World. But I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? So back to supposed movie, as Spike walks and walks and walks, and then plays football with a cactus, and then listens to French language instructional tapes.
Good morning, miss. Est-ce un chien? Is that a dog? Oui, monsieur. C'est un chien. Yes, sir. That is a dog.
Wow. Remember how in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, stuff happened, and that stuff didn't make you want to kill yourself? Remember that? 'Cause I do. So, as Spike tries to learn French, which makes so little sense, it's astonishing. Well, let's let Charlie Brown explain.
Today, something wonderful happened to me, which is why I am writing. I just had to tell you about it. There was this girl, see, and she was driving a red truck. And as she went by, I waved to her, and she waved back. I think she maybe even smiled. You may think I'm crazy, but I sat there all day because I knew she'd have to come by again. And she did. She came by again, and I waved, and she waved back. And this time I know she smiled. It was the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me.
Creepy. And you can now give Jason Rifle his paycheck, because that's the last we ever hear from Charlie Brown or Snoopy again in this movie. Makes you wonder why you would call it a Charlie Brown cartoon if Charlie Brown only has about 5 minutes worth of lines in it. But that's not important. Spike, now fueled by his animal horniness, starts to prey upon this girl that only drives by once by pure chance. So he starts to sit by the road with his French date, hoping for another chance to wave sporadically at her. And sure enough,
No, that is not a dog. It is a cat.
Oh boy, now we get to see some brilliant acting from this girl.
Come on. Can't believe it. You're supposed to be fixed.
Is there some sort of eject button around here? This is Jill. Jill was driving a red truck and she's a girl. So, it's the girl in the red truck, Charlie Brown? Brilliant title. But forget that. Let's check out some witty banter between Jill and Spike.
Just got out of the shop yesterday.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Good morning, miss. Est-ce que je peux vous offrir de l'assistance? May I offer you some assistance?
Hey! Hey, girl, what are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere? Do you have a name? Spike. Hey. Great name.
Well, Jill seems to be having some car trouble, so Spike takes a look at it. Obviously, because dogs should know these things. You know, fixing engines. Oh, come on. Oh, well, good thing that minor inconvenience solved itself.
Which way?
Jill asks Spike if he would like to come to town with her. Of course, he agrees.
Okay, go on, hop in.
Hope you found that funny, because that joke comes back 3 times to haunt us. After another unfunny joke involving Spike's seatbelt, they're off with some music accompaniment.
Sure having a good time, aren't you, Spike?
I finally stop at the restaurant and meet Jill's friend Molly. Hey, it's been about 5 minutes. How about another unfunny joke coupled with very awkward looking animation?
Spike, how did you get in here?
Point! Wow, these jokes and gags are so bad. Well, what if they were out of context? I'm sure they would be even worse, right?
Okay, McEnroe, let's go. What does he drink?
Ken, don't have the faintest idea. Root beer.
Root beer. Of course, I should have known.
Yikes!
Nope, they're pretty much the same. Anyway, Jill explains why Spike is with her to Molly.
He came in with me. I found him out on the desert. He was so cute and he seems to like me, so I asked him to come along.
Yes, Spike was lonely and dusty and dirty, and he would look so... Oh my god. Molly, what's going on? Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh god, what do I do? What do I do? Molly, tell my mom I loved... Well, many unfunny jokes and gags later, Spike and Joe leave the restaurant. As it was so funny the first time. Jill and Spike then arrive at Jill's house, and they play a nice pointless game of catch. Yes, that looks totally natural. Hey, I'm open! What the? Oh! Hey, but don't let my entertaining humor stop the non-stop laughter. Let's continue watching this horse shit. Huh, he must have that same water deficiency that most video game characters have. So after drying off, Jill treats Spike to some dog biscuit brand dog biscuits and sits him in front of the TV while she gets a snack. But let's listen to some of the worst background music of all time. Wow, Spike is so good at playing the piano. He can play it after he stops. Wow! Okay, I've been beating around the bush long enough. Here's the main problem with this movie. This girl seems to be really into this dog. I mean, she seems really into this dog. I mean, Spike, ever since the beginning, has never seemed like he needed all that much attention or care. But this girl goes on her hands and knees to treat Spike like a little prince. He never asked for it, he just wanted a hot girl. And so now, whatever he wants, she gets for him. And no one tried to pull the true love card. It's a dog and a girl. You sickos, that's bestiality. Something tells me that by the end of this movie, there's going to be a happy ending. If you know what I mean. Regardless, Jill's boyfriend Jeff comes home and sees Spike, and appropriately, he's a little concerned.
What are you going to do with him?
I'm gonna keep him. What else? I haven't had a dog since Roofy. And I need someone to keep me company around here.
If that's not a sexual innuendo, I don't know what is. Anyway, Jeff has some great news for Jill.
Dance like an audition. Hey, they want jazz dancers.
Yeah, and the first auditions are next Thursday at 9 o'clock. Now, I promised George you'd get there a little early to meet with him. He knows you're coming in from the desert, so if you're a little bit late, that's okay. But you'd be better off getting there as soon as you can. I showed him your video, and he's really looking forward to seeing you again.
Jeff, you know, I really have to teach.
Get a substitute.
You know, I just can't.
Jenny, it's just a class. This is a movie with real dancing and real money. I don't see what the problem is.
You son of a bitch. How dare you try to make me financially independent and give me a starring role as a movie actress. I very well love helping fat, unattractive people lose their flab. It's what I live for! After that, Molly invites Jeff, Jill, and Spike to the skating rink, and we get the epitome of the can joke. Do you know the old saying, 3 times the charm? This movie's the argument against that. Now we're on to roller skating. Oh joy, because boring driving and talkie scenes were too fun for me! Yes, why aren't we skating? because, son, we're watching this girl do her fabulous routine. Well, she doesn't seem to be doing that much. It doesn't seem all that impressive. I don't think we'll get in trouble if we skate around. Son, we are not the main characters. We are just side characters. And don't you ever forget that. But still, doesn't it seem odd that no one at a public skating rink is skating besides that girl? Son, what did I say about pointing out the obvious flaws in the movie? Do not. That's right! Oh, encore! I need to see more of that. I didn't mean it! Oh god, I'm gonna die. Well, after the shadow of Spike and Jill skate, Jill throws Spike out the door, but because she has the attention span of a rock, she quickly forgets about him. So Spike is outside, cold and alone, and he does the one thing that we would all do when we lose someone we love. Join a country band with some bums! Shut up! Oh, thank God, an interruption. Thankfully, a couple of hunters find Spike's music is raining as I do, and start firing at the dog to protect. This gets the attention of Jill and Jeff, who are out driving looking for Spike. So Jeff and Jill race off to save Spike at approximately 20 miles per hour. Okay, but Spike, Jeff, Jill, and the hunters are now all at this cliff for the climax of this tale. Spike is at the top, being shot at by the hunters, which there seems to be too many of them just for one dog. Ever hear overkill? But Jeff and Jill start to climb up the cliff as the hunters are still firing at them. Ever hear of manslaughter or murder? Anyone? Okay. And this climax, the most thrilling thing is, it kind of farts out.
Hold your fire! Hold your fire! Somebody up on the rock! Hold your fire! Let's get out of here, quick!
I don't care. I don't care, it sounds like G.I. Joe! Just have this movie end! Well, Spike is saved, and now Jeff, Jill, and Spike can now live happily ever Wait a minute. Spike! Where the hell are you going? Your new family's the other way! Oi! Oh my god.
I'm gonna go after her.
They did it!
No,
They seriously did it!
let him go.
Are you f***ing kidding me? After all that, the crappy animation, the terrible acting, and the uninspired plot lines, and we don't even get a truly happy ending? Just Spike sitting alone once again, playing a sad song? Oh my god, just end, you boring piece of crap! This movie is amazing of how bad it is. It goes beyond comprehension. The animation's below average to just plain lazy. The characters are cardboard cutouts. The music is either terrible or ripped off from other famous movies. And any form of plot is replaced by stupid rollerblading tricks and pointless driving scenes. I just can't wrap my brain around how Charles Schulz ruined this movie to such a degree. It's almost like a stupid family film project. God damn it! Of course it is. And that explains why Jill Schulz got the lead role in this piece of shit. We can't do better than this. He just sold out his creative image for this stupid parlor trick. But hey, look on the bright side. At least he didn't have any high expectations for this.